This is the 2010 season preview. Coach Mike Tomlin is ready for his fourth season as head coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers, as we are looking forward to getting the 2010 NFL season started. The Pittsburgh Steelers are one of the most successful franchises in the NFL's history, having appeared in 7 Super Bowls in their franchise's history. The first Super Bowl appearance for the Steelers came back in the 1974 season when the Steelers won their first Super Bowl, defeating the Minnesota Vikings. The Steelers won the Super Bowl again the next season, the 75 season, defeating the Dallas Cowboys. A few years later, the Steelers won another Super Bowl, the 78 season, once again defeating the Dallas Cowboys. And then the following season, the Steelers got their fourth Super Bowl victory, the 79 season, defeating the Los Angeles Rams. The 1995 season, the Steelers were able to make it back to the Super Bowl, but were defeated by the Dallas Cowboys. And 10 years later, the 2005 season, the Steelers were able to get a Super Bowl championship over the Seattle Seahawks. And then just a couple years ago, the 2008 season, the Steelers were able to get their most recent Super Bowl championship, defeating the Arizona Cardinals to win their 6th Super Bowl in franchise history. 7 Super Bowl appearances, 6 Super Bowl victories, last one coming just a couple seasons ago. Last year, the 2009 season, the Steelers began their Super Bowl defense hopes with an overtime victory to get the season started. Steelers then dropped the next 2 games, falling to 1-2, but responded by winning 5 straight to improve the Steelers' record to 6-2. However, after that winning streak, a 5-game losing streak occurred for Pittsburgh, seeing their record fall to 6-7. Steelers were able to win the final 3 games on their schedule in the 2009 season to finish the regular season with a 9-7 record, but that was not good enough to get into the playoffs. The Steelers finished last year 3rd in the AFC North. The Cincinnati Bengals finished 1st. The Baltimore Ravens finished 2nd. Steelers finishing 3rd, and the Cleveland Browns finishing 4th in the AFC North. Steelers unable to make the playoffs last year. It was an exciting 2009 season. The NFC Championship, an overtime thriller. The New Orleans Saints were able to defeat the Minnesota Vikings 31-28 in overtime. The AFC Championship saw the Indianapolis Colts defeat the New York Jets 30-17, and then the Super Bowl, the New Orleans Saints were able to get their first Super Bowl victory in franchise history, defeating the Indianapolis Colts 31-17. So an exciting 2009 season, but frustrating for the Steelers, disappointing, not able to get back into the playoffs. We are hoping we can make a run here in this 2010 season. We are certainly fired up to get this all going. Definitely got a lot of players returning, and definitely got some new faces as well. So let's meet the 2010 Pittsburgh Steelers. Beginning on the offensive side of the ball, we've got our starting quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger, 2-time Super Bowl winner. Now we have Ryan Fitzpatrick joining the team here, Byron Leftwich, and Charlie Batch. Halfbacks, we have LaShawn McCoy, Mwelde Moore, Jonathan Dwyer. Fullback, Leonard Weaver. Wide receivers, Hines Ward, Mike Wallace, Antoine Randall, Emmanuel Sanders, Stephon Logan, Steve Johnson. Tight ends, Heath Miller, Sean Nelson, Sean McHugh, Matt Spaeth. Left tackles, Max Starks, Tony Hills. Left guards, Chris Kimewatu, Ramon Foster. Centers, Justin Hartwig, Marquise Pouncey. Right guards, Trey Essex, Craig Urbick. Right tackles, Willie Colon, Jonathan Scott. Left ends, Aaron Smith, Ziggy Hood. Right ends, Brett Kiesel, Nick Eason. Defensive tackles, Casey Hampton, Chris Hoke, Scott Paxson. Left outside linebackers, Lamar Woodley, Lawrence Timmons. Middle linebackers, James Ferrier, Larry Foote, Stuart Bradley, Kearon Fox. Right outside linebackers, James Harrison, Jason Worlds. Cornerbacks, Ike Taylor, Bryant McFadden, William Gay, Joe Burnett, Keenan Lewis, Preston Butler. Free safeties, Ryan Clark, Will Allen. Strong safeties, Troy Polamalu, Tuff Harris. Kicker, Jeff Reed. And punter, Daniel Sepulveda. That is a look at your 2010 Pittsburgh Steelers. And we are all fired up, ready to get this all started here. Take a look here at some options, franchise options we'll be playing with here. It's on 15-minute quarter length. Try to deadline on. So my CPU accelerated clock run off to 25. And we'll take a look here at the game settings that the franchise will be played on. To do that, we will go back here and look in My Madden and My Settings. So the settings that this will be played on comes from the Forever Zeros Madden 11 PS3 Expert Sliders. These are very respected, very well-established PS3 and Madden 11 sliders that make the game challenging and realistic. So let's take a look at the settings the game will be played on. Here, game options, team specific, 15. All the settings here. It's part of the settings, and then look at the penalties here. This is also part of the Forever Zeros Madden 11 PS3 Expert Sliders. These sliders are very effective, doing a good job making things realistic and challenging. I'll look here at the player skills, the custom sliders. Let's look there for the passing and the rushing. Pass defense, these are for the player skills. And rush defense. And the CPU skills, also part of the Forever Zeros Madden 11 Expert Sliders. Here are the CPU skills for passing and for rushing. Pass defense. Rush defense. Special teams. Here, visual feedback. Just look here at the full sliders for us. That's really all we need to see here. And that is the Forever Zeros Madden 11 PS3 Expert Sliders. Those are the settings. Everything we've played on, these settings will not be adjusted, will not be changed at all. That will be the setting for the full franchise. And here we go. Like I said, the point of the sliders are to make gameplay as realistic and challenging as possible. Once a game has started, I am locked into that game no matter what. No redos, do-overs, second chances, nothing like that. This wouldn't be any fun if I could do that, redo things. I like the challenge, the finality, the competitiveness of it all. So once a game has started, I'm locked into it no matter what. It's going to do our best here this 2010 season. Hopefully we can put together another run entering the season with some real high hopes for ourselves. Hopefully we can put together a stronger season than we did in 2009. Hopefully we can get back to the playoffs and try to make another run. Fired up to get this all going. Mike Tomlin's 4th season as head coach for the Steelers. 2010 season about to get underway. Let's go Steelers!